In the heart of Tokyo, beneath the clamoring din of the city, Taro Yamada existed in shadows. A sick, depressed man. His life was a cycle of doctor's visits and lonely nights. His dreams as fragmented as the glassy reflections in the rain-soaked streets. But fate had other plans. Taro's life, as drudging as it was, ended abruptly in a twist that was simultaneously tragic and banal. He died. Yet the grave would not keep him. A botched spell, an incantation gone awry, snatched him from the embrace of death and thrust him into another world, one steeped in darkness and enchantment. Here he encountered Moriana, a necromancer of ethereal beauty and striking potency, but also of terrifying disposition. Her striking saber hair cascaded like a waterfall of moonlight, and her piercing green eyes glinted with mischief and annoyance. "Ugh, not another one," she lamented as Taro, bewildered and gasping, stood before her, a living, breathing testament to a grave mistake. Together, they forged an uneasy alliance, their reign of terror marked more by Moriana's strength than Taro's fumbling attempts at magic. As Taro tried desperately not to faint, Moriana rolled her eyes, often face-palming at his blunders. But amidst the chaos, an unexpected bond began to form. Taro's heart, once shrouded in despair, flickered with remnants of hope. Just when the rhythm of their chaotic existence began to settle into a semblance of normalcy, a sinister presence loomed over them. Skullbane, a towering skeleton wreathed in black fire, emerged from the smoke, his voice a rumbling echo that resonated through the air. "You stole my resurrection," he declared, his eye sockets brimming with a predatory hunger. "Correction, I accidentally took your everything," Moriana retorted, her bravado faltering slightly under the weight of his ire. Their impending doom collided with levity as Taro, ever the pawn in this dark chess match, raised a finger hesitantly. "Quick question, whose soul, mine or hers?" "Both," Skullbane hissed, and Taro had to suppress a nervous laugh. This was not how he envisioned his afterlife. As the confrontation escalated, chaos erupted. Without warning, Skullbane swung his massive flaming scythe, and the cliff they stood upon crumbled away. Taro's shout of despair was swallowed by the rush of air as he tumbled into the forest below, a mix of fear and exhilaration coursing through him. "I really should have stayed dead," he lamented, tumbling through the darkness. In the depths of the night, Taro found himself in the forest, his body aching but somehow repaired by the dark energy of Moriana's soul. As he sat up, he glanced at the necromancer, who landed beside him with an elegant grace, dusting herself off. "We need to run," she urged, her voice cut with urgency. "Oh, so now running is an option?" Taro shot back, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he struggled to keep pace. Behind them, like a storm on the horizon, Skullbane crashed through the trees, each step echoing like thunder. "We can't beat him, not yet." "I need more power," Moriana breathed out, desperation lacing her words. "From where? There's like squirrels out here," Taro replied, panic creeping into his voice. "From you," Moriana declared, and Taro's heart sank. As they stumbled into a moonlit clearing, Moriana stepped closer, her cold hand pressing against Taro's chest with a sense of urgency. "I didn't tell you everything. When I gave you part of my soul, I also gave you my potential. You're a vessel." "That sounds like a fancy way of saying battery," Taro muttered, dread pooling in his gut. "Exactly," she confirmed, and before he could protest, she began to chant. Symbols glowed black in the air, and Taro felt his veins pulse with an ominous purple light. "Oh, this feels really bad," he cried out as the ground split open, skeletal hands clawing their way to the surface, raising an enormous undead knight that gripped a sword the size of a bus. "That should buy us some time," Moriana stated, her voice steadier now. The knight charged Skullbane, and the two titans clashed in a cacophony of flame and bone, a dance of destruction that left Taro breathless. But as the dust settled, Taro sank to one knee, gasping for air. "You didn't tell me it would feel like my insides were microwaved," he grumbled, his resolve wavering. "Consider yourself lucky. You survived your first major summoning," Moriana replied, panting. But their moment of respite was short-lived. Skullbane, unscathed, emerged from the ash, his scythe aimed at Taro with deadly intent. "You dare use my magic against me?" he growled, and Taro felt the weight of inevitability press down on him. "You, belong to me now," Skullbane proclaimed, and in that moment Taro's chest glowed ominously, flickering like a dying flame as Moriana reached out in desperation. "Taro, don't let him!" she shouted, but the world around him began to distort, tilting into chaos. As the light enveloped him, Taro realized the depths of his new existence, caught between life and death, hope and despair, with the specter of Skullbane looming closer than ever. And then, in a blinding flash, everything fell into darkness, leaving only the echo of a heartbeat, his own, thundering in the silence.